All right, we're back. So what's wrong with that bike? It's too shiny now?
It's kind of shiny.
Kind of shiny. Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of reflective.
Reflective. Okay.
Yeah. At least it's safe, you know. Chrome's visible.
Yeah. Safety.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Yeah, safety. Okay. So we're gonna put a tire on over here. Camera. Okay. Spoke wheel, tubeless because they got a bunch of goop on here with nipple show. So this side here goes where?
Oh, that's the left side there.
Because it has a brake on it, right?
Yeah.
So that makes that the right side, right?
Yeah.
There you go. You're smart. I'll make sure I got you a nice chrome one to go with it. You like that chrome.
Same spoke pattern and everything. This is gonna be a show bike, man. People are gonna be like, "Wow, that's such a classic Harley."
That's right.
With all the chrome and everything. Wow.
Chromium.
Classic ironhead.
It matches that chrome frame you got. We'll put a rusty axle with it to balance it off. Okay, here's our tire. Appears to have not too much liquid snot on it. Here's your sticker. Stick that someplace. Any labels on this one? Oh yeah, you gotta have some labels on here.
Is it a warning label?
Yeah.
Safety label?
Do not use might cause a problem. Oh, California, no, I have to put everything has to be marked what's bad for you.
Is it cancer? Is that a cancer warning?
Yeah, I think that's one, birth defects, bunch of other things. So everything that you look at, touch, smell, or think you might know about in this building, it will kill you.
But just in California.
So you have been warned. Everything will kill you. Do not buy anything from me, because I will kill you over time. Okay, that's our California public address warning.
That's a disclaimer.
Yeah, they don't call it disclaimer, they call it a warning, I think. Including this. Do not drink this, put it on your arm, look it, taste it. No, none of that.
No drinking.
Okay, this is the right side, right?
Where's zero?
No, I don't see an arrow. I'm sure there's one on
Oh, there.
On one? There's one that's going this way?
Yep, perfect.
Is that the right way?
Yeah.
It's not the wrong way.
No.
It's the right way.
Yes.
Good deal. Okay. I saw that in Harley manual once. Do you believe that? Alright, what are these?
Tire iron.
What do you do with them?
Put on a tire or remove a tire.
Yeah, that's right.
Or you could beat a guy with them.
Well, that's
Or
secondary.
bookmarks.
That'd be third use.
Yeah. I can keep coming up with uses. Starting pots.
I use all kinds of things. Pop. Pop. Okay, so this one's in the bead on that side, but not the other side. See how this side's not in the bead yet?
No.
They're in the center. We'll put it down like that, so we'll go in there. It needs more pressure before we'll do it.
That's how simple tubeless tires are.
Tubes actually work easier a lot of times.
Do you run tubes in your racing bikes?
Yep. Because I like spokes. Damn, my balls get in the way. You gotta make sure it's all the way up in there tight.
Yeah.
And the whole tire kind of slid that way. That makes it easier for you to pull out the rest of the way. See how far this one's sucked in?
Yeah.
See how the camera's not even looking at you?
Yeah, it's looking at the tire though. You're good.
My problem now is trying to get this last little bit in here. See how easy it goes?
Yeah.
Just got to tap it in from here.
Why not use tire irons the whole way?
It's hard to get, I don't want to scratch the rim like jamming in the top.
Ah.
Let's do it like that. The trick was getting this part here to pop in. You heard it go pop. When it did that, it freed up the fluid on the other side. And I was able to bring it around real easy. Okay,
Is that on?
It's on.
It's getting rid of.
These are balancing BBs.
Yeah. Wait, why is so much less of the sidewall showing here than...
This one here, I got easier to put this in.
I'll get out of the way here.
We just pour these in here. I probably need to put the whole bag on the front wheel, but yeah, what the hell. Now you pull it up. If you take the core out, it blows up quicker. Leaking. The rim's so fat, beads not sealing. Here we go.
Hey!
And make sure it's all the way up.
Looks right.
Arrow's going this way, and we're on the left, so we're good. Looks like the bead's all the way up. Try not to work on the floor too much because we're on a nice smooth surface there. Here and again, comes out recenter. Something broke. Tire broke through. And that's spinning on the front there. Pretty bound. The valve core has more torque onto the stem nut does. That's why you have to check the torque on this stuff. You don't always torque them up all the way like they're supposed to. And once the rubber is squeezing really good, you got to quit torquing on it. Okay, now I can tighten that up. Okay, how much air you want?
A lot.
How much is a lot?
I don't know, like 50? No, what's it supposed to have in it?
I don't know, I read 2.
32 sounds good then?
It's 38. Do the spit test. No bubble. No leaks. Well, now there's no leaks.
Oh yeah. Thanks for polishing the chrome.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like that chrome?
Mmm.
Hear the BBs?
The 60 spokes too. Yeah, is it gonna do that one on the highway?
Yep.
Just really loudly.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want you to do about 3-4 mile an hour quits doing it.
Okay.
Okay, where's your front axle?
It's on the old front end. Do you want to reuse that one?
Well, that's the only one I got that works. So I said,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought they were Harley standard.
I don't know. For now, we got that one.
Okay.
Step out of the way. It only took 10 minutes. So you get too much crap in the way over here. Something like to the floor. This the axle?
Yeah.
Alright. Got a wheel, tire.
Yeah.
Where's the other spacer?
Other spacer?
Some of these spacers.
There's this one, and there was another one here.
Okay, so put that one there.
You want me to put it in?
I'm looking to see where centered is at. Might be too big.
The wheel's a bit low for that.
We got two over here. They're the same height. I think this one's too big, too close. Yeah, it's too close. I think we're too far or too close right now on these spacers. What else do we got? What do we got right now? Okay. Put the
Oh.
axle in. Put the axle in.
Wait. There we go.
You watching my butt this whole time?
Now,
I just have to fast forward that. Here's my hammer.
where do you put it?
The bucket. On the bucket.
Metal or rubber?
Rubber. Plastic. Way off, but for now it'll work.
In terms of spacing?
Yeah, it's way off on everything. And that's not tight enough either. I have to work on all of this a little bit. That's why the axle's not tightening up. This does not, none of this is fitting correctly for this application right now. So we need a spacer different than we got. So my guess is these spacers got reversed. Camera. So even though the nut tightens down, the nut's tightening down on the axle right here and not on the fork. So even though the nut's tight, the axle's floating back and forth like that. So this spacer is too fat. Or not too fat. Well, you can see it's too fat because our gap here and here are not even. But this spacer here is letting the axle come too far over. So we need to hold it out further. So if I reverse the spacers, should do the trick. See, the spacer hits on the axle right here. It doesn't slide over it, so this stops the axle from going in so deep on the other side when it comes out this way. So this one goes on this side. We're still gonna have to fine tune all this stuff yet. Initially, It has to go this way or it won't work at all. This one's definitely too far over.
Hey, kidding, I'm gonna get going.
I think we got this space for both of these. We're getting it wrong. Alright, so there is the wheel. We're in the air a little bit. So that's what the wheel looks like. Where's your fender at? Now we got this much room to drop this thing down and get the thing up in the air, so we'll be good.
This one?
The other, is that the, yeah, that's the custom one? Yeah, lay it up in there.
Yeah, it fits.
Okay, now if you have these holes here, look how high it is. Okay, drop it down. Pretty close.
It's weird. It's oh yeah, because this is not.
So girl, grab me 2 belts over there in the pile. So these are 2 belts. You got a thick one here, 14, you got an 8mm. So you put them both together, should give us what we need. Okay, lift up the fender a little bit. Lift it up. Okay, let down.
Is that how much clearance it needs?
That's our minimum to, that's a good clearance. We can take out a lot more of that if you want.
Sorry.
See where the hole is right now? See how low the hole is right here?
Yeah.
That's why I said this fender here.
That looks pretty good though.
That's why I said we can re-drill this one here. The other fender we can't. Now we don't have to run it this far down. I mean this far up. We can pull out this one right here. Pull out this one.
Yeah, one sec.
That's fine. Just keep going.
Are you holding the other one? Or?
Yeah, I'm holding the other one.
I'll go put this back.
So now we can drop as much as that, and that makes it look a little better. See, now we're a full hole below this other one now, see?
Yeah.
See, we have a big gap here, but we're tight here. Because the fender's on a larger arc than what the small tire is, because this is basically a Harley tire, which is another jet blade tire.
Makes it look like a really bigger bike than it is with that fender on there.
Now the fender likes it, right now the fender's slammed way down. I think it's going to stay there, so. Now you can also rotate these forward a little bit if you want, depending on what you want your style to be. I like them rotated forward a little bit because it makes them look a little.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
But,
Is that threaded?
there, like that.
Looks good.
We just move it forward. The thickness of about 3/8 of an inch, that's what that is. Now when you drop this down, it'll bring it down. But like I said, we can move this up a hole. We got an inch, a little over an inch, probably about an 1.25 inches up here on the top.
So it can go up even more.
Right now we got a 1/4 inch clearance on the ground.
Oh shit, wait.
So we have to bring it down more.
One sec.
Okay. Hello. So if we loosen this up here a little bit. The bike will automatically drop down. See how it just dropped? So we're just loosening up the tree up here.
10-15. So I'm gonna leave right now.
Okay, bye.
Alright, I'm off.
Alright. That just
Looks
dropped.
sweet. I love.
See how it's dropping when I do that?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so now right now, wheels forward, right? So see how we used up not quite half of the distance we have?
Mm-hmm.
So the bike's level right at the back end's fine. Now I can shove that a little more to get more pressure on it, but that's where the front end can be right now. If we push it all, if we go the rest way down here,
It's gonna like rest when all the weight's on there.
yeah, it'll bring the bike up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the shocks are going to settle in the back. Right
Yeah.
now the bike's equal because it's on metal.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I see.
If you want to have a slight upward brake, we got this much more to work with.
Which makes it corner better?
Need a little more clearance in the front of the bike.
Okay.
It also slows the steering down a little bit. If you de-rake it, if you drop the nose down, it'll dig into a corner quicker for road racing.
So it's better to have the front down lower?
For road racing, but we're not road racing, so this is a Harley. We usually go the other direction. I'd run a little bit higher to get more clearance, and you can always drop it.
Okay.
Because your exhaust is pretty wide up here in the front.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're not tucked in real tight, so a little extra height there will help us on that. So
As is, you can get a pretty good lean angle though with this, because it's pretty high up,
Yeah.
so you can really lean it down already.
yeah, you can have some good ground.
Yeah. I was worried because the pipes are so wide, but that's only really an issue if the bike was much lower than it is.
Well, right now they're not even pushed together yet, so
Yeah.
they're going to move in a lot more.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, that's the fender there. Now, if we get a fender that's actually made for a smaller tire, this whole fender will shrink in a lot more. But you know, for now, this is a bolt-on deal, more or less. We can re-drill the holes and make it all work.
All right.
But all right, get out of here. You're late.
Yeah. We'll see you. I'll be back on Thursday night.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's where we're at right now on that part. Now the headlight bracket's completely wrong now because this fork has been cut out for a different style bracket a little bit, or it might just maybe squeeze it in. What do you do with the headlight? Oh, it's still sitting over here. Headlight's still over here. So, drop the camera down a little bit. So I don't think this bracket here will fit in that little narrow groove because it's too wide through here underneath. I can't see if you can see what I'm looking at or not. There we go. So we have to see if this bracket will fit into the cutout on the fork or not, and then get that back on there. So that'll give him something to do when he comes by next. And we gotta get the bars reattached also, which are laying down there. So I definitely like the tire. The fender when it rotates forward slightly, it makes it look a little cleaner. At least for me, makes it look more like a Harley. So anyway, that's how you can play around with that. Now, the other option is we can take a custom front fender and modify it. This would be a custom front fender right here. So this one here has to be widened. But you can put that on there and make any shape you want out of it. And it's all aluminum, so you have to worry about it breaking. So this will match probably what we're doing on the back wheel, unless we do something different on the back. We don't know yet. We're still on the up and air on that. And the other option is, instead of using a Harley fender, you can use a jet bike fender. It really look crappy. You can run something butt ugly like one of these. Carbon fiber crap. Look at that. Well, that'll be custom on there, wouldn't it? See this how much tire clearance we had, Fender tire clearance, thickness per belt. Belts work great for doing this too. And this is a jet bike fender. So that goes on there like that. You can see how they fit the small tire better because they're made for this kind of crap. So we can do something like this on there, but I don't know if he wants to get that carried away with the front of the bike. But we'll see. But it matches more of an upside down fork because that's the kind of crappy fender they use on an upside down fork. So what do you guys think? Do you like that crap? It's up to you. You probably like that sticker though, I bet. Yeah. You can kill a kid on that fender, huh? So anyway, there you go. You got a fender. It can either be a Harley fender or you can be some kind of a jet bike looking fender. Of course, I run jet bike looking fenders on my race bike because jet bike fenders are more aerodynamic. See how small they are? I have the same thing on my bike, see? Same kind of design anyway. But see, I tuck mine way down in front, so it's real close here, and we don't care about the back. Aerodynamically, we don't want no air going on the front of the fender. And so anyway, this is you can run stuff like that on there. I like my older fender, which is more skinny. It doesn't have this big bulge area in here in the front. This is more aerodynamic, but it looks like crap. I like my old fender better. And we got some big fiberglass ones too, see? Big fender. That's for that big bike back there. Got all kinds of crap around here. So anyway, that looks good. Carbon fiber, black, and chrome wheel. You'll like that. It'll help deaden it a little bit. So we'll see if he goes for that. Otherwise, we can use that Harley fender there. So, all right, well, that's a bit by now. We're pretty well stuck for now until he gets back here and does some more work. We need to strip this thing down and do some other stuff on the frame, fix it a little bit so I can get the motor mocked up in there and put a full motor together for mock-up. Then I can get figure out where the chain and rear wheel is going to be, because the rear wheel right now is on the floor. We got to get that up on the bike. I'll get some brake rotors for it in a couple days. Looks like we have a caliper that will fit, but the bracket does not fit. So we fix one problem and lose another. Oh well. So, but I can make that all fly. So, then I gotta get both wheels up in there. I need to order up the correct shocks, I guess. I'm hesitant ordering them right now. We need some double adjustable shocks for a Dynaglide that are 14 and a half, 15 inches long, but 14 and a half would work. So I don't know if any of them floating around or not using. Sportster shocks are too light. They'd have to be some really heavy springs in them to make them work. But anyway, that's where we're at right now. I don't want to spend the money on some cheap ass shocks. You know, they're $350 shocks instead of something better if we can find it floating around. I'm hunting around on eBay and everywhere else for now. So if anybody's got any shocks laying around, we can use them. But anyway, that's where we're at for now on this one. So next time we'll put more parts back on it, but first we got to strip it down. So anyway, that's where we're at for now.